Giant death-dealing mechs, armed to the teeth, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Let's go. All right, well, today we have a reaction to Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. It's been a long time since I've played an Armored Core game. Back in the day, it was a pretty good game. I can't remember how many I played, probably the first 4, the first 3 for sure. I'm not sure as to how popular it was back in the day, but I know it for sure had a cult following. I had a friend of mine who introduced it to me. I had Nintendo 64 and Sega Dreamcast back in the day, and my friend had a PS2, and then he introduced me to the very first Armored Core. Man, I was blown away. My type of shit. And so I'm hoping very, very much that this Armored Core ends up being good. Let's get into it. Turn that down just a bit.
Hello, and thanks for checking out the video. With this footage, we'll introduce our new mech action game, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. We hope it gives you an idea of this title's mood and gameplay.
The subtitle is pretty interesting.
In a future,
Caught my attention.
stellar travel is commonplace. Our story begins in a distant star system on the fictional planet Rubicon 3. Our protagonist, an independent mercenary, is smuggled into Rubicon in search of a mysterious new substance known as coral. Your position.
Anyone not familiar with the series of games or this game? You basically pilot a giant death-dealing mech. You can hold weapons in both hands or one hand. You can have rockets over both of your shoulders. You can have swords, shoot lasers. It's super cool. If you ever been into anything related to giant mechs dealing destruction, this is the game you should check out.
It's grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Oh, this is looking good.
Huge multi-layered stages will
Look how big the stage is.
AC's exceptional movement and attack capabilities.
Graphically, it looks really good. One thing I didn't know, Armored Core's been made by From Software. Same people that made the Dark Souls games and Elden Ring. I'd never just paid attention back in the day. But another video I was watching, somebody pointed that out. So that definitely gives me interest in playing this, aside from having already played the previous Armored Cores. That right there almost gives me like Metal Gear Solid vibes. Metal Gear Solid 2 to be exact.
Time to fly, 621.
Stop the landing. Nice, nice. Classic Armored Core feel.
Simultaneously, equipped to each arm and shoulder.
Liberation front. If we get in the way of our work, eliminate them.
There's a sword on his left arm. Rifle in his right arm. Rockets over the right shoulder. Or missiles.
Follow the markers.
Assault Boost is one of the core abilities at your disposal, used for both traversal and combat.
Did you hear anything about what the Corps are up to?
Yeah, they'll be coming soon. Got us on the run.
This looks pretty good. I'm not saying it looks the best graphically, but compared to previous Armored Core games, obviously they were on last gen systems, older gen systems, I should say. But even remembering what they looked like back then, it never really looked that great. This looks pretty good.
Use Boost to take the fight to the air, extending combat dimensions beyond the 2D plane.
See, this is why I preferred Armored Core over MechWarrior, with the exception of the very first MechWarrior on the original Xbox. I don't know how many of you remember that. That game was legit. It was super good, super fun, fast paced. For its time, it looked really good. I remember. But I know the last MechWarrior I played was on the current gen system, MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. It was cool. I thought it was all right, but just kind of not my gig. Maybe I'm just not playing it the right way, but not my game. This, however, looks like it'll be right up my alley.
Is that an independent? Destroy it!
You're outnumbered 6-1. Use your missiles.
Please, please, please have a versus multiplayer. There's no way I'm going to want to put together a badass mech and then not be able to go up against somebody in some kind of arena versus. That's pretty badass.
Use vertical catapults to gain even more altitude and launch into the action from above.
That's new. Damn, that's a big ass aircraft. It's like a boss fight.
Against tougher enemies, deal impact damage to their attitude control system to temporarily put them out of action. This is called stagger. Any attack received in this state is considered a direct hit, dealing heavy damage.
You design your armor core, or AC, as it shows on the screen.
Assembly lets you exchange various parts of your AC at will, including weapons, frame parts such as the head and core, and internal parts for power management. Assembling an AC to fit your own playstyle and strategy is crucial to success.
Back in the day, I would spend so much time. Oh, look, they showed the spider legs. Hold up, let me rewind. Classic spider legs. Yeah, hold on.
Assembling an AC to fit your own playstyle and strategy is crucial to success.
Yep, I remember those. I call them like cat legs or animal legs, or the joints, like double jointed. I'm probably saying that all wrong, but I used to have a mech like that. Then the spider, that looks so sick. I would spend hours just going through all the different parts and trying to make the best mech. And then what there was, especially on, I believe it was part 3, there was no online versus, but you could play like what the equivalent of, if you play Mortal Kombat 11, they have the towers. There was like that equivalent. You had a big giant list of like 50 enemies, AI enemies that you could go up against and start from easiest to hardest. And I would just design different mechs, and go up and take that tower, uh, just all the time. And it was super fun. And I wasn't even playing against anybody. And that you saw that at the end, the hover legs.
Got a job for you, 621. This one's a request from
Those are either hover legs or tank treads on the bottom.
the Archibus Group.
Could support a lot more weight, but of course you're slower.
This request comes from Schneider, an Archibus subsidiary. The mission will take place in the Bona Dea dunes of Western Bellius. Our coral investigation there is being blocked by the Strider, a Rubicon Liberation Front mining ship. You are to destroy it. The Strider is a mobile resource base that was extensively weaponized by the Liberation Front.
Little mission briefing.
Call it the crowning glory of their efforts to militarize into an anti-corporate force. Your attack will focus on the Eye, a giant laser cannon connected directly to the main generator. It's protected by a shield, which is powered by auxiliary sub-generators. These should be your first targets. This concludes the briefing. Good luck.
Time for a little self-promotion, 621.
All right, let's get to it.
Smash the Strider, and Archibus HQ will be sure to remember your name.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. First, get through all
This looks pretty good. Look at this. These graphics look very, very good.
An enormous weapon that eclipses RAC in size.
Enormous weapon. Oh damn, is that it? Jesus. Yep. Was it like a giant AT-AT? Shout out to my Star Wars fans.
its legs to bring it to a halt. Confirmed. Strider leg compromised. It's going down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Alright, now we've got a foothold to get on the deck. Grab on and get to work on the sub-generators.
Great. An independent merc. He's the wise guy who designed the language, taking care of some freelance.
Allies? Oh, okay, those must be AI.
See, you partnered up with LIACs.
Well, as for you, Rubicon, to go climb the wall. This is just target practice. Done?
And whether you want to call it AI, NPC, computer, that's what we used to call it back in my day. A non-player character. I know it sounds silly, sounds super simple. That's the computer, but you know what I mean. Oh, I finished them. Super fast pace. I like this.
Code 7-8, requesting backup.
I can't get through to HQ.
The cavalry isn't coming. Wipe them out, 621.
Your mission objectives will range from protecting targets and information gathering to the annihilation of enemy forces.
I wonder if there will be any, like I said earlier,
Corrigible handler, Walter.
online multiplayer versus competitive.
How many of your
And I wonder if there'll be any cooperative modes as well. Oh, he's going to get to another AC.
I hear you make fine hounds with the right training. Shame you'll have to die here.
Two repair kits remaining.
Repair kits, okay. You can heal yourself. Guess you get 3 of them.
As your campaign progresses, you'll face a number
That feature was absent in previous Armored Cores.
of dangerous situations, and often be pitted against rival AC pilots in bitter duels. Keep the pressure up in these intense battles. Don't give the enemy a chance at victory.
I'm very impressed by what I'm seeing. Very much looking forward. Whoa, what the?
Formidable boss encounters also await you at the end of certain missions.
See the way that dude pulled
They're
up?
fast and aggressive, presenting a challenge for even the impossibly powerful AC.
That is a crazy ass AC.
Tells, the player can learn as the battle unfolds. And a good commando assembly will often provide the first step to overcome even the most daunting foes.
See, this encounter very much looks like an Elden Ring boss, but they're mechs or ACs. This encounter alone.
We invite players to take on this one for themselves and see what else awaits. Thank you for watching. That concludes our introduction to Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon. We appreciate your continued support and look forward to seeing you at launch.
Can't wait. There's some shit dropping the rest of this year. There's some good shit dropping from here on out the rest of the year. Now it all makes sense that this is a From Software game. Just looking at now that encounter again, this one makes perfect sense. Can't wait. Can't wait. This game, it looks good. That preview looks good. The gameplay looks good. Can't wait. I hope it actually delivers, because all too many times we've seen a good trailer or gameplay trailer, get excited, then the final product is released and it's trash. And I hate it when that shit happens. But I got a feeling, especially since this is a From Software game, I think it's going to deliver. PS5, PS4, Xbox, Steam. Can't wait. Only thing I got to decide is which system, which console to get it for. Maybe the PS5, since that's where I discovered it and played it first. We'll see. Anyway, that's been Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Can't wait to see it. Hopefully I see some of y'all there. To the next video. Signing off.